Welcome to the weekend edition of the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed. I'm Michael Thompson, and hello, Sean Aylmer.
Hello, Michael.
Sean, on weekdays, it's all about the Fast 5, the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. On the weekend, we still keep it to about 5 minutes, but we're going to pick out the biggest story of the week and the most remarkable story and a sleeper story and our favourite story. So let's jump into it. What was the biggest story of the week?
Look, the biggest local story is the economy. This week, we had the minutes of the Reserve Bank Board. We had the Reserve Bank Governor, Michelle Bullock, giving her first speech in the job. We had the unemployment rate falling from 3.7% to 3.6%. We had spike in oil prices and bond yields. All this ahead of next week's crucial central bank board meeting on interest rates. So where do we stand? Well, let's leave it with Michelle Bullock. She said we have a narrow path to land this economy. That means slow it down, and really she's talking about getting inflation lower without triggering a recession. The fact that the labour market is so strong is good on one hand. People have a job, they spend money. Bad on the other, because it means it keeps pressure on prices and rates. Big week for the economy, Michael.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned that as the big local story, and globally, the big story, of course, is the situation in the Middle East, which is changing by the day, really by the hour. A few major developments this week. Devastating hospital explosion in Gaza that reportedly killed hundreds. Hamas blamed Israel. Israel blamed Hamas, and they have released intelligence to support those claims. It made the situation even worse. US President Joe Biden visited Israel to show support for the country. UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also visited. The US has an increasing military presence in the area, shooting down missiles over the Red Sea. It is a major political crisis. It is a humanitarian crisis. Shocking images coming out of the region. And it's also having then a flow-on effect to global financial markets. Big losses recorded on equity markets. A lot of investors heading to bonds because of the uncertainty. Oil prices remain elevated. And then locally, it's playing out in politics here as well, over support for Israel, a perceived lack of support for Palestinians affected by the conflict. Sean, this is a major, major story, and one that is causing turmoil right around the world.
Yeah, very sad, Michael.
Indeed. Most remarkable story. What was it for you?
Look, it was just remarkable how many people voted no in the voice referendum last week, and it wasn't even halfway close. It was a smashing. About 40% voted yes after months of campaigning, $450 million in spending, and the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, giving it his all. In Queensland, nearly 70% of voters said no. In Victoria, arguably the most leftist state in the colony, only 45% said yes, an absolute drubbing. So big a loss, it was truly remarkable, Michael.
Drubbing. Fantastic word, that one, Sean.
It is.
Most remarkable for me was there was just some big deals this week. It was a big week for big deals. Basically, had Newcrest shareholders overwhelmingly voting in favour of a $26.2 billion merger with US gold mining giant Newmont. So that means Newcrest will delist from the ASX this coming Thursday, not long to go there. We have Whitehaven Coal agreeing to pay more than $5 billion for BHP's two coking coal mines. Interesting because it kind of says that maybe they see a longer future in coking coal for steel making rather than thermal coal for energy production. And then another one that's not quite as big, Sean, but I think it's actually quite exciting because of the impact that it will have on the media in this country is a bid by media company ARN to buy rival Southern Cross Media, Southern Cross Stereo. And these are kind of the owners of radio stations like KISS and Gold, trying to buy the owner of Triple M and the Today Network, a lot of digital audio assets, regional assets involving TV. As I say, not as big as those other deals, but probably going to have a fairly significant impact long-term on the media landscape in this country.
Sure will. Michael, what was your sleeper story for the week?
Oh, sleeper story. I reckon I found a cracker here. No, we obviously know that cybersecurity is a massive challenge for a lot of all Australian businesses, really. This week, a big development because Commonwealth Bank and NAB launched a new identity checking service. It's called Connect ID. It essentially charges companies a fee to validate the credentials of customers. The reason why this is so significant for all of these kind of smaller businesses or just even other companies other than the banks, it means they don't have to collect that data themselves. They don't have to worry about having kind of licenses and passports and addresses and all of that kind of thing on file and run the risk of that data being breached, like what happened to Optus, really. Could be a game changer, really, for a lot of businesses and will reduce a lot of that cyber risk pressure that everybody is under at the moment.
Yeah, I think that one has a lot to play out. Let's move on to our favourite story. Maybe I'll go first on this one, Michael.
Yeah, go for it.
Mine is The Power of Tay Tay. Taylor Swift's Eras is easily the biggest concert film opening ever, making $95 million in its first weekend in North American theatres. It only cost $15 million to make, $95 million in the first 3 days. Not bad. No traditional marketing employed. Instead, Ms. Swift communicated directly with her 350 million social media followers. Isn't it incredible? Forget traditional media, billboards, TV ads. It's all about social media. So who are the biggest influencers? Well, the global rankings as per Search Engine Journal: number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 2, Lionel Messi, the two footballers. Then Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, of course, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Tay-Tay, Katy Perry, and Ariana Grande. What was your favourite story, Michael?
Okay, mine is, I don't even know how to take mine, Sean. The CEO of AirAsia this week posted a photo of himself on LinkedIn. That's fairly standard, except in this particular case, this gentleman was shirtless. He was getting a massage at a conference table while he was running a conference call for the airline. I just don't even know what to make of this. Why would you post it online? Why would you take your shirt off in the office? Why would you go and get a massage in the office? What kind of ad is that for your airline that you need a massage after you have been on one of their flights? I don't know. You put it all together, it's just one of those ones that you just go, why?
No idea. I saw the picture. Don't want to see it again.
Indeed. All right, there we go. 5 minutes and pretty much everything you need to know in the world of business. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
We'll be back on Monday morning with the top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Don't forget to hit follow and join us online on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook and X. I'm Michael Thompson, and this is the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed.